All right, so let me explain this. You're 35 years old, you still got time on your side, so you're investing $30 into a ticker symbol VOO because that gives you an average annual return of 10%, and we're using compounding interest. That's interest on top of interest on top of interest. You're trying to get to a million, so you are consistent. That is the key word, consistent. Where can we park our money to get consistent average annual return of 10%? First of all, this is not financial advice. You opened up a brokerage account and you go to VOO. This is a basket of the top 500 companies in the United States. Where am I getting the average 10%? You scroll down. Let's take a look at what's in this fund. I'm into technology and I'm glad it's 35%. Let's get deeper. What's the top 10 holdings? In this basket, you get Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, and so on. But where am I getting the average annual return of 10%? Scroll down. Average annual return, 10 years, 14%. I gave you 10% because that's what it used to be. And I gave you wiggle room for bear market, meaning when stocks go down. But the average on this one is 14%. It used to be 10%. So that means the S&P 500 is going up continuously. What a time to be alive. So this is where you find the information. But let's say you're 30 years old and you didn't have $611 to invest every month to get to a million. Let's say you don't even want to get to a million. You're 35 years old and you invest $50 a month. You found out where to park your money at 10%, and you do this for 30 years. In those 30 years, all you invested a total of 18,000, but the market dumped 85,000. This is how compounding interest works. Is interest on top of interest on top of interest on top of interest. The thing is that you found where to park your money. And if you have the 18,000 now, just leave it, right? This is not financial advice, but if you had 18,000, you could just let it continue compounding. And you wouldn't even have to add to it. Just leave it there for 30 years. Now, if you wanted to skip straight to the 18,000, right? Where you just put 18,000, then it would be more. Let's check those numbers out. So let's change this to 18,000 instead of $50 a month. All right, and we're not contributing for a month, so let me put it at the top. Now let's see what 18,000 does in 30 years. Without you even adding anything, just the 18,000, your total in 30 years would be $314,000. Keep in mind, it will probably be more because I did 10% when it's 14%. This is your 18,000. The market dumped 296,000. You hardly didn't do anything. The market did most of the heavy lifting. Look at that pie. The blue is what you did. The yellow is what the market did. It just dumped all that money and it helped you reach your goal. Let's say you get that stimulus check and you want to just dump it onto VOO. Leave it in there for 30 years, and this could be for your kids. That 2,000 turns into 34,000, almost 35,000. All right, so here goes your 2,000, and the market dumped 32,898. It's time for you to learn financial literacy. Again, this is not financial advice. You must have the education to know what you're doing. You must learn. I take calculated risk because without any risk, I wouldn't see any reward. That $34,000 can go towards creating a business or just money that just keeps dumping as you park it and leave it alone. There's so many different strategies. Choose one. This is Blockchain Baby, and I'm out. Bye.